got shit so bad. That's on the camera. Oh, I'm dead.
Rumbling.
Like, Perry! Perry the Platypus!
It's about to be another skit, y'all.
Yo, skit for real. Skit marks.
Alright, so we got When the Terminator Pulled Up and Saved Humanity by Black Cape.
It's the year 1995. And the
We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
T-800 arrives, sent from the future by older John Connor. Brody pulled up completely naked. Skynet apparently didn't include pants in the time travel package. He walks into the bar and pause. But listen, he was definitely packing. Hey, yo, he had all the women mesmerized. He walks up to the first guy he sees and was like, I'ma need your clothes, your boots, and I'ma take that bike outside as well. And Unc obviously started laughing. You hear this, motherfucker? He then blew smoke in his face and ashed out his cigar on his chest. And when the Terminator didn't flinch or even make a sound, Unc knew he messed up. He twisted his arm, and that's when Jason Momoa at the back thought it would be a great idea to cheap shot him with a pool stick, and that's when he effed around and found out. Nigga got tossed out the window. He then throws Triple H onto the stove, literally cooking him. This one comes and tries to shank him, but gets his arm broken, then stabbed in the back. And I guess that was enough to make the rest back away. And I'll be honest, I don't know how I would feel fighting someone with his whole piece out. Like, that would be a big distraction. Pause. The Terminator ends up taking Unc's clothes, his bike, and dips. And I just know if Unc ever tries to come back for that bike, he gonna get hit with one of these. That's my bike, punk! John Connor is currently 10 years old and living with his foster parents. His mother, Sarah Connor, is currently locked up in a psychiatric facility at Pescadero State Hospital. They arrested her ass for raving about the machine apocalypse, labeling her as insane. But hey, she's just trying to warn everyone about Judgment Day. And I'm guessing this is how Kanye feels.
Are you connecting? Picasso is dead. Steve Jobs is dead.
Yo.
Nah, I'm playing with y'all. So the T-1000 also arrives, a much more advanced Terminator from the future. It's sent back in time to eliminate John Connor, the future leader of the human resistance. He's trying to put him on a shirt before hitting puberty, and that right there is A1 hating. Nigga can't kill my future self, so his ass went back in time to kill a younger version of me. It's the same shit that Ibon Thorne did to Barry Allen. The T-1000 kills a police officer and assumes his identity, pulling up to John's foster home disguised as a cop. But John wasn't home. His ass was at the Galleria playing video games, but these two girls end up giving out John's location, so he pulls up on him. And this kid right here, he a real ass nigga, cause he dead ass looked at the picture and was like, nah, I ain't never seen him. He ain't fold like 6'9", and even after getting spotted, he still came in the way and was like, nah, I think he went that way. He is real as it gets. So John hits the jets, sprinting out the back, and bam, he runs into the Terminator, and he's got no clue that he's actually here to save him. The T-800 pulls out his shotgun, shoots the cop in the shoulder, grabs John and shields him. After eating a few bullets, some random bystander catches a stray, cause if your name ain't on the script, you're just here to die. The Terminator eats John into the side room and starts blasting shots at the cop, knocking him on his back. The Terminator goes in for the finish, but bro healed faster than Designer's music career. His ass got back on his feet and started riding. He threw his ass through the wall, picked him up, then threw him out the window. And was I surprised? No. This nigga is literally the upgraded model of the Terminator. That's like the iPhone 4 trying to take better pictures than the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It ain't gonna happen. John makes it back to his bike, barely dodging the cop's breach. Dude almost had him, but nah, the T-1000 isn't done. This nigga breaks into a sprint like he running a 40-yard dash for the NFL Combine. And I can't lie, this nigga was moving. Speed, race this nigga next. John hits the main streets, so the T-1000 runs up on a truck, grabs the driver and throws him out. And everybody watching this has done this at least once or twice on GTA. John hits the sewage area, thinking he got away. And out of nowhere, this motherfucker drops down from the freaking bridge, and John completely still has no idea why this Terminator is on his ass this bad. He's probably thinking, what did I do? Anyways, the real Terminator pulls up and starts popping shots at the truck, and the way he was clocking that shotgun back was so cold. I remember watching this as a kid, and I was mad as hell that I was in a half machine. The cop starts closing in on John, completely taking off the roof of the truck, but the Terminator jumps down, grabs John, cocks his shotgun back, and blasts his tires. The truck crashes and boom, it blows up. And man, this scene right here was so clean. They just don't make movies like this no more. John and the Terminator did, but the T-1000 walks out the flames in perfect condition. Time goes past and John finally finds out his future self, 35 years from now, sent the Terminator back to protect him. Also realizing that he can make the Terminator do whatever he wants, since it was was programmed to follow his orders. This would definitely be the best thing to have. They better not let me get a Terminator.
T-800, can you go grab Ice Spice for me?
Nah, chill. It was a joke. It was a joke. The Terminator is trying to take John to safety by leaving the city, but John wants to swing by his house to grab some stuff first. He calls home, and as soon as he talks to his foster mom, he notices something off. She's way too calm, way too kind. The Terminator catches on instantly, scanning the situation and realizing the truth. It's the T-1000. John's foster parents were already at the Michael Jackson concert, and this might be the dirtiest cop I've ever seen. His ass already caught like 5 innocent bodies. John and the Terminator make their way to the psychiatric ward, planning to break Sarah out. Little did they know, Sarah's already been making moves. She's been planning her escape the whole time. She couldn't stay another night in that bitch because of freaky ass guys like this.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Anyways, the T-1000 is in the psych ward as well. He kills Peter Griffin while Sarah violates the guards one by one. Before breaking in the prison, John tells the Terminator he didn't want him killing innocent people anymore. And the Terminator was like, bet, immediately getting off the bike and shooting the cop twice. And this shit had me dying because he was really like, I might not be able to kill him. It's like, how you gonna tell a machine literally built to terminate, not to kill? That's like asking Rod Wave to start eating vegetables. Sarah's sprinting down the hall, panic in her eyes. When the elevator door slides open and out steps the Terminator, Sarah freezes like she's seen the Holy Ghost, then bolts right back to where she came from. Because her and the Terminator, yeah, they got history. But don't worry, I got
Nah, he already
you.
tried
I'll
to
cover
kill
that
him.
in the next video. The guards tackle Sarah, but she's
Terminator
not even phased. Her eyes are still locked on the Terminator. He walks right up to them, grabs the first dude, sends him flying through the window. Yeets the second guy through the
flying through no
third
window.
one cops one to the gut and a kiss to the wall, putting his ass on D&D. And for the last guy, she just gets done like Tasha St. Patrick. John tells his mom that the Terminator is just here to help, but then the T-1000 shows up and casually glides right through the metal bars. Hey, time out. Like, what the fuck? Is there anything this motherfucker can't do? Like, everybody has a weakness. Joe Biden can't walk, Lizzo can't run, LeBron don't know lyrics. Baby. Sarah and John take off running, with the Terminator unloading shells into the T-1000 like target practice. They back into the elevator trying to escape.
You seen that nigga just standing there like this?
The door, but instantly regrets it. Bro gets shot point blank in the face, splitting his head into a whole taco. While they're in the elevator, this dude already regenerates and starts shaking the roof, slicing Sarah on the back. They hit the ground floor, hijack a cop's whip, and threw that bitch in reverse. But the T-1000 was back to hitting that 40-yard dash. They start blasting him with bullets, but it didn't phase him. He kept hitting them strides, closing the gap. He finally catches up to the whip, jumps onto the back, and they were out here dragging it down the road. He manages to climb onto the whip, gets shot right off, and had his ass rolling like tumbleweeds. The three of them managed to get away, and this is where the Terminator drops the bombshell. He explains Judgment Day and how Miles Bennett Dyson develops a revolutionary microprocessor that becomes the backbone of Skynet. That's the system that eventually turns against humanity, leading to the apocalypse. In short, Dyson's work is the spark that lights the end of the world. So that pussy Elon Musk better stop creating these fucking robots. In this movie, the robot apocalypse literally happens in 2029. Nigga, that's in 5 years.
2020.
They end up pulling up to the desert where Sarah keeps her stash of weapons, gearing up ready for battle. Sarah then has a vision of Judgment Day, and everything burnt. The sight scared her so bad, she grabs her gun without saying a word and pulls up to Dyson's house, determined to change the future. Because if he dies, the program is never made, and maybe, just maybe, she can stop Judgment Day before it starts. Sarah ends up shooting him, but can't bring herself to kill him. In the end, they all end up working together, as Dyson didn't understand how his creation led to the death of 3 billion people. So they end up going to Cyberdyne headquarters to grab the chip that controls the Terminator's AI. They needed to destroy it. Shit, nigga, I was using ChatGPT this morning, and now I don't know if I'm gonna use that bitch again. They force their way in, but can't get through to the vault because the security systems were triggered. And suddenly, every cop in the city pulled up, armed to the teeth, even bringing out a chopper. This might have been the quickest 5 stars I've ever witnessed. But I ain't tripping. My both got big guns as well. While Sarah and Dyson set up the explosives, Connor hacks into the security system, unlocking the vault. That's when it was time for the Terminator to handle the bacon outside. Bro smashes the window and walks out with a whole minigun. He started spraying down the whole police department, had them running for their life. Even the chopper was like, nah, not today. But he wasn't even done. He whips out the M79 grenade launcher and starts blowing all their cars up. And the crazy part is he wasn't even trying to kill anyone
that's
because of
crazy
Connor's
now I think
orders,
about
but he
it.
definitely scared the
That
fuck
grenade
out of him.
launcher
Connor and
wasn't
Dyson
that
grab the
old in, like,
microchip and the
2010,
arm
y'all.
of the
This
first
movie's old as
Terminator.
fuck.
But as
They
soon as
had
they
a
get out,
future-ass
Dyson gets
gun.
blicked up. And these cops were really
Think
out
about
here
it.
using
That's
MP5s.
crazy.
Shout out to all my Modern
Like
Warfare
2010,
niggas
that
who
gun
know
was
how
popping,
lethal
bro.
this gun was back in 2019. Dyson tells Sarah to leave with the others
This
as he
movie's from the
sacrifices
90s.
himself, blowing the
Holy
entire
shit.
level up. And was I surprised? Nope. They literally kill off all the black characters first. They get out the elevator and realize there's cops everywhere. The Terminator steps forward, letting them unload on him, tearing his skin apart. And he keeps walking straight towards them, pulls out his pistol and shoots everyone in the kneecap. Their ass won't be playing pickup anytime soon. The Terminator walks out the front with a smoke grenade, dashing the entire place up. He then walks up to these two, takes off both their masks. Yo, what the fuck? Hands them the grenade launcher and takes their whip.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
He comes back to pick up Sarah and John, and they did.
You know what
The
that is?
T-1000 pulls up, realizing they just bounced. So this motherfucker rides his bike right out the window, jumps into the chopper, and then tells the
I ain't
pilot
gonna-
to jump out. And guess what?
People don't give him enough credit. He was a
Let
good
that shit
villain.
happen to me though.
So while these three are
Yeah.
speeding
That
through
was-
traffic,
this
wait,
is-
hold up.
they don't make movies
DJ,
like this.
play that
Facts.
Luda real quick. Alright, that sounds better. Bet. So while these three are speeding through traffic, the T-1000 was catching up to them. So Sarah starts reloading her Glock. He
T-1000
brings the
was the
chopper
first
down to
machine
lower
gun.
ground,
Yo,
whips out his
that nigga
MP5 and starts
stupid.
spraying
Kid
at the
Boom.
truck.
That
This
nigga
guy
was
was
on
literally
ops.
doing a flyby.
The amount of ads is crazy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna believe it. I forgot about that. That nigga was a real villain.
Get it?
Nobody but the target.
My fault. Anyway, Sarah starts spraying
Swear to
back,
God.
but ends up getting hit in the leg. So the Terminator hits the brakes on his ass, crashing into the back and blowing up. But that little victory came with a price. They also
That's
crash,
ain't
flipping the
fucked the
truck
truck up.
over. The
Bro,
T-1000
that
walks
whole
out the
shit
burning
should've blown
chopper,
up.
and Trevor comes over to see if he's okay, only to catch a sword to his
Trevor.
heart. This is why you just gotta
Oh,
mind your
GTA.
goddamn business. He takes Trevor's truck while these three steal another
Yo,
guy's
he
ride.
is
The T-1000
on
catches
ops.
up to them, bumping them
He
from the
not
back
playing.
and the side. But my goat was not having it. He whips out his M79 and starts launching explosives at the truck, but he couldn't shake
go.
him off. So he grabs his AK and climbs onto the truck and lights Brody up. He damn near
He
put
wasn't
1,000
playing.
bullets in that motherfucker.
But
He
for
then turns the
T90
wheel,
to do
flipping
all
the
that,
truck,
bro,
and
you shouldn't be
nitrogen
getting
starts
infected.
leaking. This
Facts.
substance starts to freeze the T-1000, slowly breaking him down. The Terminator catches on, whips out his pistol, looks at him, and was like, "Hasta la vista, baby," and shoots him, completely shattering him into tiny pieces. It was over. We won. No, that victory was cut
Pay
short of
attention, y'all.
Tyrion
This
Lannister.
happened. We
The
gotta
heat
do the
from the
movies
fire
doing.
starts
Freeze
melting
them
him back
niggas.
together. And yeah, I can't lie. This
Bullets
guy's
ain't gonna work out. Freeze
He's been
him.
dominating
Freeze
the
him.
entire movie.
Freeze their
Nigga
motherboard.
can
That's what
probably
happened.
smoke John
Shut 'em
John.
down.
Dana, relax. I was just playing. I was
Overheat it or freeze it.
It was a
Think
joke.
about it.
Think so?
You got it.
Overheat
So
too.
Sarah and John run to the back,
Friday
and the
motherboard.
Terminator calls ISO.
Overheat
And I
like this,
can't
how
even
they wanna
hold
do
you.
right
He
now.
was really beating his ass. He throws him against the wall, and this motherfucker does a whole 180.
That
And as
was
soon as he
fire.
did that, I
Yeah, that
just
shit
knew
is
from
cold.
that point
That was
forward,
fire.
he was about to get cooked. And was I wrong? No. He straight up violates the Terminator and manages to get his hand stuck in the machine. Then walks
Damn.
off looking for John. Sarah quickly hides John, then fires a shot straight at the T-1000's
Who the fuck
head.
is John?
But bro,
He must have
eats it
made
like
the Terminator
barbecue
or something.
chicken. Yum,
No, he
yum,
was a
yum.
rebellion.
Then shanks her,
That
forcing her
sent
to
the
pull
Terminator
out to
off.
John. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
they want him out
Sarah
of here.
ain't folding. Who you think she is? Gunner? The Terminator comes from behind, slicing the T-1000. But what follows after that was hard to watch. The T-1000 starts beating the life out of Terminator, dropping him onto the ground and hammering his face repeatedly. He had my butt crawling like those dumb characters in horror
They don't
films. The
make
cops
movies
and
like
ones to the
this,
back,
they don't
shutting
even
down
show
his whole
Hell no.
program. This was younger me watching this scene.
Facts. Facts.
Damn. Still remember those dark times. Anyway, Sarah calls out to John, but as soon as he steps closer, his real mom comes in clutch from behind and blasts the T-1000, not once, but 5 times. She runs out of ammo, but that's when the goat steps in from the bleachers with no
From the
scope and
bleachers.
flicks him so bad,
No
Brody
scope.
fell in the lava.
Lava.
Maybe that lava.
Lava. Lava or what was it? Nitrogen
Freeze
fluid?
them, yeah.
Freeze them or fucking melt their ass back to
Pay
fucking.
attention, chat.
Pay attention, chat.
Bullets ain't gonna work.